sets down her cup. Hisao, do you mind if I ask you a slightly odd question? That depends on the question, I guess. I was wondering what your favorite color is. Everyone has one after all. Mine, personally, is purple. That was one of the main reasons why I chose Hanako. Because of her eye shade. I like that purple-gray color. I almost replied before realizing why the seemingly mundane question is actually quite strange. My favorite color, but... She gives a pouting look, wanting me to answer anyway. While the answer seems unavoidably wasted on her, there isn't any harm in giving it. I've always had a thing for green. I'd say that's my favorite. Green, is it? What things do you think of when contemplating that color? I suppose grass fields and trees in the summer. The army as well, with camouflage. Men always seem to like the military. But that sounds like a nice color, a very nice color. Oh, yeah. She can't tell. She nods her head a little, as if approving of the choice. Considering how foreign the concept of color is to her mind, labeling it by association seems reasonable enough. Wow. If everyone has a favorite color, then what's yours? White. I'm told that's the color of snow and of ice cream. You're no better than me then if you only like the color because of a favorite food. I guess white's nice too though. And speaking of colors, it'll be getting dark soon. Let me help you up. Lily offers her hand, which I take in mine and help lever her up from her seat and at the table. Its softness compared to mine takes me off guard, as I'm not really used to such casual contact. It doesn't seem to bother her at all though. While it seems obvious why, it feels like just one more ladylike aspect to her. As her hand moves to her pocket, I quickly cut her off. Don't worry, I'll pay for this. Oh, thank you, Hisao. She gives an earnest smile at the gesture, a reward much greater than that of her words. By the time we step off the bus, it's well and truly dark. We make our way up the hill in silence, both of us behaving a little awkwardly, probably because of the day's events. While I'm still concerned over Lily's withdrawn nature after meeting her with her sister, the fact that I managed to cheer her up even slightly feels like a personal victory. But it feels like the air between us has changed. Maybe it's only a little bit, but it's something I don't think either of us have realized before. That was a date, wasn't it? It was. That doesn't elude either of us, the question's answer being so self-evident as to be rhetorical. Awkward as it may be, I don't think this feeling's bad. In fact, quite the opposite. I don't know what it is. I certainly can't be sure, but it feels like something a little more than friendship. Understanding, empathy, searching for words to adequately describe it is difficult. Nonetheless, would you like to do this again sometime, Lily, without shopping for presents? The tentative question is met with the same look from Lily as before. Her pale skin makes the rosy tint of her cheeks just slightly more noticeable, and her face, though still pointed to the street ahead of her, lowers just a little. Okay. I did a Hanako stutter there, but still used to talking in Hanako's voice. Oh no. Wait, girls' dormitories, what? I walk down the hall of the girls' dormitories, my school bag in hand. A doll lies inside, carefully placed on top of a small box. I've been carrying the box in there for a while now, still not sure of what to do with it. This whole situation, come to think of it, is bizarre. While I've known of Hanako's upcoming birthday party for a while now, I've had no idea of exactly what the celebrations would be until I found a single note left in the abandoned tea room earlier today. I hold it up and read it again, double-checking the instructions. The plain black handwriting is fairly legible despite Lily's blindness, clearly thanks to considerable effort and care. Hisao, we'll be holding a party at my place. Please come at 6 o'clock to room 225 in the girls' dormitory. Sorry for notifying you this way, but I have class representative duties. Lily Sitao. Not reassured, I continue walking down the hallway until I reach Lily's dormitory room. I hesitate for a second, but eventually give 3 sharp taps on the door. A brief and muffled exchange of words can be heard from the other side. Listening closer, I can pick out Hanako and Lily's voices. As they finish, Lily calls out, "Might that be Hisao?" "Yep, I got the note you left for me. You can come on in." The door is unlocked. Glad that I managed to get the right room, I press down on the handle and let myself in. As the door swings open, my greeting to them is stolen from my mouth. Is this the pajama party thing? Yeah. Lily sits at a low table in the center of the room in her pajamas, while on the other side sits Hanako in a nightgown. Being dressed in only my normal school clothes, I feel quite out of place. I steal a quick glance at the lovely sight of the two, my eyes tearing themselves from Lily's long, thin, and pale legs, with only a measure of reluctance. Hi, I think I brought everything that was needed. Okay, panning. She smiles and nods. I wonder if she's even aware of this pleasant sight she makes. The thin dark blue silk of her pajamas really suits her, accentuating both her eyes and her curves. That's scaring me, but the look of her last night. What? The look of her last night, that tentative and almost shy demeanor, seems all but replaced by her coy nature. It's nice to see her confidence return, though I can't help casting my mind back to how she looked back then. I look to Hanako, who nervously sits opposite her in her gown. It isn't a surprise that she wears something so conservative, though it definitely looks cute. Hi Hanako, happy birthday. Thank you. She's unusually skittish, despite the fact that she's warmed up to me considerably over the weeks we've come to know each other. This is a pretty unusual situation, I guess. Feel free to take a seat, Hisao. I'll just pour you two some tea. Sure thing. Lily takes a steaming red teapot from the side table and gently pours its contents into our teacups as I take a seat beside them, setting my bag against the nearby wall. Is it just me, or does this story seem to be going a lot faster than Hanako's? Because I don't remember this birthday coming so soon after the shopping trip. With my senses returned and hormones somewhat calmer, I realize that this is the first time I've ever been in Lily's room. My chair is squeaking as I try to become more comfortable. The first thing that I notice is the ambient smell, just slightly different from that in mine, probably faint perfume or nail polish. It could be anything of a girl's, really. Another is the plain nature of the room visually. Beige walls, a smart yet unadorned cabinet, the lack of posters or wall hangings, it's distinctly utilitarian, something I should have anticipated given her blindness. The only thing that really seems out of the ordinary is several piles of books sitting on the floor, each reaching from roughly knee-height to waist-height. Some of them have printed titles. Others are entirely blank except for dots of braille. The fact that the ones printed titles are uniformly in English is interesting, though not completely unexpected. She did mention her parents impressing the language upon her and Akira, after all. Your room looks nice, Lily. I hear a call of thanks from beside my shoulder. Looking back to Hanako, her gaze is fixed on her lap, and her hands are nervously clutching her gown. It's now that I notice why. With these clothes on, the extent of her scarring is far more visible, reaching down her neck and out to cover her right shoulder. Considering this is a party for her, she doesn't really look like she's enjoying the experience now that I'm here. So how old are you turning? 18? Her look of surprise, not at all helped by her total lack of skill at hiding her feelings, shows that she was trying to mentally tune me out. This is really quite awkward. Yes. On the plus side, there's only 2 more years until you can drink. So, who's older, you or Lily? Lily. She had her birthday in February. What about yours? Earlier this year, so it's already passed. Way to be vague. Unstated that it's passed when I was stuck in the hospital. That was a particularly low point of the experience. Conversation with her dries up as quickly as expected. It isn't long before Lily's finished preparing our drinks, setting down the 3 teacups in front of us. I pick mine up, immediately noticing a much stronger aroma and taste than the tea we've been having. Huh, it tastes different than the tea we have at school. It's a different variety rather than the kind we've been having there. You've never tasted orange jaiper before? Not that I can remember. I usually drink coffee after all, like when we were in town. This is nice though. She just caught us. After we settled down and sip, Hanako seems to become more relaxed, or at least a bit less tense about my presence. We all finish our cups at about the same time, with Hanako failing rather badly at hiding her anticipation for the cake that's sitting to the side, begging to be eaten. Come to think of it, I'm feeling very eager myself, so eager I just knocked my microphone. First things first though. Lily? Yes, now it's good. Each of us acknowledging what the other means, I lean sideways and dig around in my bag for the doll I bought Hanako as Lily gets up and retrieves her gift. Holding our gifts in our hands, we present them both on the table at the same time. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Hanako silently sits looking at them for seconds on end, out of sheer surprise. My little wooden doll, complete with Victorian-era dress and little hat, lies next to a light and brown fluffy stuffed bear from Lily. She clutches at her gown as she moves to speak, not taking her eyes off the modest presents. Thank you, Lily and Hisao. Just that was better. Her voice begins to crack as Lily reaches forward, wrapping her in a soft embrace. The sight of Hanako holding Lily so tightly is heartwarming. So much so that I couldn't wipe the smile off my face even if I wanted to. As Lily gently rests her face on Hanako's head, she speaks so quietly and softly that I can barely hear her. Happy birthday, Hanako. Happy birthday. Hanako gives a small nod, holding on to Lily for a time before breaking off and wiping an eye. I guess that for Hanako, simply having anyone to be there and love her would be special. The fact that Lily and I can now share a role for her is something I think I will always be grateful for. Hey, it's a different picture. Slightly. It's not a chessboard, it's a teddy bear. Is it still... Yes, it's just... I think I have to check back. And it's a different doll too. Hanako gently takes the doll and teddy bear, holding them both to her chest as she warmly smiles. For a long time, the three of us simply sit in happy silence. The quiet is not broken until Lily's soft voice beckons. Shall we have at the cake then? Her proposal is met with 2 looks of unhidden anticipation. No argument from me. Okay. Woo! That was good. I contentedly sit back, both Lily and Hanako looking just as satisfied with the food as I. It took some effort, but we managed to finish off the cake in one go. I don't think I could fit any more in. Oh, that was Hanako. Oops. I think next time I'll buy a smaller cake. Hanako and I give a chuckle, but I can't help noticing that come this time next year, we'll have graduated from Yamaku. That fact is somewhat depressing since I finally feel as if my life is starting to get back in some kind of order. Idly looking around Lily's neat and orderly room, her books catch my eye once again. This may be a little impetuous, but my curiosity gets the better of me. Besides, I don't think she'll mind it in any case. Hey Lily, do you mind if I take a look at one of your books? You're quite welcome to, Hisao. That said, if you can overcome 2 language barriers, I will be quite impressed. 2. Braille and... oh, right, English. She gives a nod.